Hello, good morning, happy Saturday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and in today's video it could be clips from a couple of days all mashed up because I'm doing what I can when I can, and I've got loads of washing up to do and I have a limited time, baby nap time, so I'm going to do some planty things but not a lot to make a video. But I've had a move around in this room, a little update. The house, because it's winter and it's freezing outside, I think it was like -5 last night, it's really cold, so I've moved some plants around. I've sold a few as well, and yeah, like I had a massive Monstera in the corner which I'll show you, which I've moved. I actually moved it out of the room, the temperature dropped, so I panicked and I brought it back in, so it's kind of at the bottom of the shelf down here which is a bit of a weird one. But baby is on the move, so this isn't going to stay like this forever. But yeah, I've got some updates, some fun stuff, and it's just a general catch up because I have, like I said in the previous video, I'm going to be uploading videos as and when I can until I have more time. So Magnus goes to daycare in January, which is like 3 weeks away, yeah, I'll just be uploading videos as and when I can, but come January I'll have a lot more time because I finish work at 4, his daycare finishes at 5:30, and I will have lunch breaks. So yeah, we're gonna just get into the video. I also don't know if you can tell, but I had my hair cut. You probably can't even tell, it looks the same apart from the front. I had about 6 or 7 inches cut off it, so I'm feeling a lot lighter in the head department. But yeah, I'll show you what I've changed in here so far, and if I have the opportunity I'll show you in the front room. The likelihood is small, but I'll try and get that at least tomorrow at least. Okay, so this is where I had Mega Monstera. So I always had one here, and I had one here which was growing out and it was getting far too big. This one didn't have space to grow and that was just quite restricted. And I've also got Mega Monstera up there. But yeah, so basically this new leaf is growing in nicely. It's hardening off. It's getting a little bigger as we're going. I was really worried I wouldn't get them as big as these because they're beautiful, and at the moment it's not as big, but it's still lovely. And browning wise, I know so many of you asked for updates. It's still a little bit. This is the only one that's like browning in the middle of the plant, which is strange. The rest are at the tips, which I'm so used to. So I don't know if something else was going on with that one, but yeah, that one's looking fine. This one's looking absolutely fine. This one is just being the same, not really much change. I really like what I've done here. It used to hang and I've kind of wrapped it around. And I've done that thing where, you know, you get the nodes, so these bits, and you pop them back in the soil. I've done that with that, so hopefully that encourages more mid-stem root growth or leaf growth, which would be cool. And then this plant up here, let me show you and turn you around. Okay, so I had this listed on eBay. I've had this for 2 years, this Hoya Sumatra. Had it listed on eBay, and literally like days later, for the first time in years, it started taking a turn for the worst, and I listed it and the bids were like, I had like 5 days left on it and the bids were like £15. But I've taken it off because it just, I mean, that doesn't look, there's something wrong with it, and it's really strange. Look at the front of it, can you see? It's like really hard and healthy there, and these ones are soft. This was out in the front room, like the room that we don't heat, for a while, so I wonder whether it's a delayed cold, but it was in the window, and the window's like super sunny, and it's lived there for months and it loved it. So yeah, this is dying. See, it's just dying, which is sad because I've had it for so long, but I'm okay. I'm okay. The plant isn't okay, it's literally falling apart. But yeah, it is what it is. So I've kind of just left that to the side to die and lose its leaves before trying to rehab it, so I know the situation. But yeah, no pests or anything. I do think it is just cold damage. It's a shame. And then, I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, I will try to put a picture here. That was a huge plant when I bought it from Dean's Garden Centre, and all of those leaves in my hand were the yellow ones that literally just snapped off in my hand. And then the next day I went back and there were more yellow ones, and the same amount had fallen off. So I'll see if I can give you an update on that. I'm hoping there's not more. I think there's one more leaf I noticed when I was like in there just now. But that was also in the bathroom, which we don't heat until now, near the window. So I think I just let that get cold, which I'm so annoyed about because it's such a beautiful plant. This was also in the bathroom as well. But for some reason this hasn't been affected so much. This is like looking absolutely fine. You know, this looks so beautiful, like really beautiful. But yeah, I'm glad this one's okay because I proper, that's so Yorkshire, I really love that one. But yeah, so they don't look great, but I'll show you the change around as well. Oh, I've also, I got a microphone. It's literally plugged in there charging. I got it like 3 weeks ago, so apologies if the sound's also bad, but I will figure it out when I have time. But yeah, I'll show you this Monstera, which it was only in the front room for a couple of hours before I panicked, so. This is it, it's huge. So that's one plant, and then this one's another one, and it's growing weird because I've had a string, like, well, a rope, and I've like tied it together so it's not all over the floor. So yeah, it looks a bit weird, but I decided not to put that in the front room because I knew that would die. And I obviously don't want it to. I don't want any of my plants to, but it's just finding space for this. But anyway, this one was the one next to my desk, so that's freed up so much space, and now I've got that variegated Monstera there along with my COVID test because I woke up with a headache and panicked, and yeah, apparently I had to take a COVID test. But yeah, it's looking good, it's fine. I've got a grow light there which I use when I work. It's Friday today, so I'm off today. So yeah, it's not on today, but yeah, it seems good, and I can't wait until that turns a bit. Oh god, the problem with this is it's a bit heavy, like top heavy. Can you see, like it's all growing this way? I'm so scared it's gonna fall. And the pot is like very, very clearly too big for it, but this is the kind of size that I want for that. So I don't know, I'm still figuring that out. It looks really beautiful normally when the sun's out, but it's nearly 3 o'clock and it's getting dark here in England. But yeah, other than that, so this is the one that was browning a lot. I cut it off because it was annoying me, but it's okay, it's not really progressed too much. It's okay, it's not too bad, but yeah, cool. And this is the other one that started to brown. This is like my favorite one. Can you tell why? It's so pretty. This one has started to brown here, which I'm very sad about, but it's not getting bad quickly, but I know it will get bad. I just hope this front one doesn't brown because it's like the most beautiful leaf ever. I think right now I'm going to take some more photos of it. But yeah, it's all looking good. I've seen no more pests, and I am checking, but yeah. There's been like no amazing updates, really, but I don't know, like my Thai Constellation, which I think I realised needed a water yesterday and I've not done it yet, so this is 3 leaves now. I'm thinking of moving this on. I love it, but it doesn't bring me as much joy as I know it would other people. So yeah, I was thinking about selling that, but it's really difficult because the leaf that I lost, which was really big, it had a split down it, and it wasn't like the prettiest leaf, but I got it with one leaf and I like rehabbed it, so I kind of feel a little bit attached to it. But I don't know, you know when plants just don't bring you joy and you just think, oh, my laptop. Ooh. Hopefully I don't remember not to sit there. But yeah, I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. And then there's weird things on this leaf as well, but I think it's just the way the sun is. Don't know. Can you hear that? My husband's insulating the roof and it sounded like the ceiling was going to fall through. Yeah, and then these, if you remember these, I got these from Indonesia from a lovely company. They're doing okay. They probably shouldn't be in the window though. But I say that, the window gets so hot because the sun is amazing. Like this, yeah, we face north facing, I think. I don't know, don't quote me, but we get the sun from sunset to sundown. But obviously with it being winter, it gets really cold and our windows are drafty, so they're not the best. But yeah, and I'll show you, oh, maybe I won't show you my melon chrysum. I don't know. That's another one I listed for sale and it looked amazing, and then literally like 5 days later someone wanted to buy it from me, and I went to go check on it and some of the leaves were like fully yellow. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna, well, I know I'm not gonna be able to sell that unless I sell it as a rehab and just sell it for like a tenner. I don't know. So annoying. That was actually in the bedroom, so it's not like there's a cold reason for that. I think it just didn't dry out enough. But yeah, that is the update for today. Nothing super exciting. There was so many more things that I wanted to show you, but it is in our bedroom where Magnus is sleeping. So I'll see if I can give you an update when he wakes up. But for now, I'm going to go do the washing up and my audiobook on, hopefully have a coffee. But I think he'll wake up because he's cutting in his top teeth and his bottom tooth all at the same time, so it's very painful. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. This is what I was talking about. There is, this leaf is a little yellow, that one is there. But yeah, it's not doing amazing, but it's not bad. This one's still growing, it needs the water as it's very floppy. Whoa. Yeah, new leaf there, which is really cool. And then this one's doing all right. That one's always a bit like that at the moment, I'm not sure why. And then I'm getting new growth up here on this, which is exciting. But yeah, we've got 2 shelves like this at the moment because we need access into the little loft. So they're here. Yeah, once they go back into situ, we will be setting up a cot because co-sleeping with a baby that likes to crawl on your head when you sleep is no fun. We've had to move around here as well, so this awkward Monstera now lives here because this was in the front room and it was too cold, so that lives there. Kind of gives me palm tree vibes, and to be honest, at night time it distracts Magnus. He just wakes up and waves at it, which is great. And then the other one's currently here, which is bigger. But yeah, that lives there as well. I was going to pot them together, but my husband had a good point. We want them to grow big, and rather than pot them up together and then eventually like depot them, if that's the thing, I'd leave them separate. I think that leaf is going, that's a new leaf, so I don't know if it's just a bit lighter. But I don't know, it seems like it's maybe not the happiest, and then that's probably from watering it and then leaving it in the front room. But believe it or not, it's like the warmest in here. It's kind of toasty with our artificial fire. So that's it for today's video. I have dinner to do. And yeah, like just a nice little update. Yeah, a lot of unhappy plants at the moment, but I do know the reasons. It's so difficult because he sleeps in our bedroom. When he's sleeping, I can't come in and out with plants and move things around. So it's just finding the time, you know, to have a really good move around. But my husband's finished in the loft above us, the small loft extension. He's finished insulating with sheep's wool, which if you put your head up there, it smells like a farm, which I kind of like.
So I'm going to move everything back in situ, have a rearrange of plants and bring more in here, because I feel like my office is getting crammed with plants. And there, like I said, there are some in the bathroom and they shouldn't be in the bathroom. He's having a party behind me with a disco ball. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.